So I Ain't No Good Girl by Sharon G. Flake. People say things about me, bad things. Mama says I give 'em reason to. That if I would just be a good girl, like the girls who wait for the bus with me in the mornings, then things wouldn't go so hard for me. But I don't want to be like them girls. So plain and pitiful. Boys don't even look their way or ask their names. I want to be me. Ain't nothing wrong with that, is it? Me and them girls been standing on the same corner waiting for the same bus for a year now. And I don't even know their names, but I hate 'em just the same. Mostly 'cause that girl with the red hair and gray eyes looks like the girl Raheem once left me for. She was a good girl too, so they say. She got straight A's, worked in the principal's office, headed up the cheerleading team, and played flute for the marching band. You'd figure a girl like that wouldn't be no thief. But she was. She stole my man right from under me. For a little while, anyhow. What you looking at? I asked the girl in the green plaid skirt. She keeps her mouth shut and her squinty brown eyes looking down at the ground. And right when I go to tell her she better not even think about looking my way, I trip over my own 2 feet. The good girls laugh. All 4 of them. Now what they do that for? Stop hearing the story and think about these questions. What do we know about the protagonist? What kind of person is she? And now back to the text. I say, going for the one with the red hair and run over shoes. She and her friends run to the other side of the street, like they being chased by boys with bricks. I'm right behind them with my fist balled up, but then I see Raheem. Sweet, pretty Raheem. So I forget about them girls and I go back to be with my boo. Yellow phlegm flies out Raheem's mouth and onto the curb, right when I walk up to him. Hey, baby, he says. I give him a big one on the lips. Hey. He takes off his shades and eyes a girl passing by. Then out of the blue, he tells me to go to school without him, 'cause he got things to do. I push up against him, stick my tongue in his ear, and I roll it around the fat gold stud I gave him for his 17th birthday. Come on, Raheem, I skip English every day so me and you can ride to school together. He yells at me, Did I ask you to miss class with me? I snap out on him then, asking him why he is always wasting my time. He hooks his thumb through my gold hoop earring, and he pulls down hard. Ouch! You trying to split my ear? Let's stop here and answer some questions. What kind of person is Raheem? How do his actions and words show what kind of person he is? Back to the text. He turns away from me and starts walking, but he don't get far. I don't let him. I apologize. Then I press kisses to my fingers and I touch his warm lips. I try not to sweat Raheem when he gets a little rough with me or he says he's coming over my house and don't show up. He's the cutest boy in school. An amateur boxer with a six-pack and honey brown muscles that girls reach for, even when they don't know him. I can't keep him on no short leash. But I forget that sometimes. Raheem puts his arm over my shoulder, and he tells me again to go to school without him. No, that's what I want to tell him. But Raheem likes girls that do what he says and don't talk back. So I remind him that he's got a test 3rd period. If he don't pass it, he flunks the class. If he flunks, he don't graduate next month. So you just need to take your butt to school with me. He rubs the back of my ear. I know you've been waiting on me, he says in a voice so sweet, my knees almost give way. But I ain't going. I got things to do. I can't help it. I get mad all over again, and it's me that turns away from him this time. He tickles my neck. Come on, baby, don't be like that. He kisses my lips, says it's me and him forever. I give in. Tell him what he wants to hear. I'll take the bus by myself. I'll do your homework, wash your clothes, lend you money, anything. Just keep being my boo. But then he takes off them sunglasses to wipe something out his eye, and before I say another word, his eyes crawl all over one of them good girls, like worms sliding across wet dirt. Let's stop here and think about this question. What internal conflict does the protagonist face in her relationship with Rahim? How do you know this is an internal conflict? What does she actually say that lets you know that? And now, back to the text. I am loud like my mother. When I holler, you can hear me up and down the street and around the corner. So when I go off on Rahim, people across the street turn and stare. You my man! What you looking at her for? Rahim's hand smashes the words back into my mouth. Girl, don't make me. I apologize, just like my mama does when my daddy slaps her, like Rahim's mama does too. Rahim says he's gonna forgive me this time, but I better check myself, 'cause he needs a cooperative woman. Not a whole bunch of drama. He's right. A boy like him can get any girl he wants. He ain't gotta take no stuff off nobody. Sorry, I say. Think about how jealous girls would be when they see me with him. Rahim and me been together 2 years now. He my third boyfriend. The other ones, they was all right, but him, well, he's better than I deserve, I figure. I mean, like my mother says, I won't never win no beauty contest. But my body, well, that's something else. It's the Mona Lisa, the sun and the moon, Rahim wrote in a poem once. It's too big in too many places, that's what I think. But Rahim likes it. That's all that counts, right? Let's stop here. Think about this question. What happens when the protagonist stands up for herself? And where did she learn her behavior? And now back to the text. Rahim don't ever stay mad long, so a few minutes after our bus stop fight, me and him are talking and laughing again. But when he bends down to wipe his sneakers, the good girl with the red hair and the dirty brown skirt comes back to our side of the street. She looks his way and smiles, just a little. He stands. She bends way over and pulls up her long white socks. He smiles. She winks. I go to tell him what I seen, but his eyes let me know I'd better hold my tongue. I do. Rahim rubs my butt. You know you my boo. Can't nobody take me off you. Then he asks me to spot him 5. Before I get inside my purse, he unsnaps it, takes out my wallet, and puts $10 in his back pocket, right when the other girls return. Don't be going in my... What's yours is mine, ain't it? The good girls watch him, kiss my neck, and whisper in my ear. Yeah, he mine, I say loud enough for them to hear. The redhead presses her books to her flat chest and rolls her eyes at me. I point to her. Say for her to step into the street if she got a problem with me. Rahim tells me not to be like that. You're the only one I want, he says, crossing the street, heading for the donut shop. Let's take a pause here and think about some questions. How do Rahim's actions reflect how he feels about the protagonist? And why does she believe him? Does she believe him?